Yamaha R6 throttle tube. This is a recommended swap out. Oh, it comes with a grip too, so I don't even gotta worry about taking that off. It's a recommended swap out on the MT03s. That plastic thing's gotta be cut out, but I guess the radius of the throttle tube for where the cables go is bigger, so it makes less slack when you turn the throttle. So I'll cut that out. And then we'll go on to the next thing. You'll need other than clipping that little plastic ring off, you will need number 2 Phillips and a 5mm Allen to get your bar end off. So the bar ends we installed a couple videos ago. Take that off for right now. Yes, her brake lever is bent. She did drop it. I didn't get it on video, but it's pulling out of a gas station on a incline. It's like a uphill right before you pull out of the parking lot. So it's pretty much a dead stop. She fell. Just tipped it over. And bent that, and that was literally the only, other than there's a scratch on the exhaust, just on the end cap. But yeah. But that'll happen when you're learning. It's our first bike. Ooh. So take that off. So end cap or bar ends off. Then underneath you'll have this Phillips, which is the first one you want to take off. It's the cap for the throttle tubes. Oh yeah, and you'll want pliers probably to get the cables when you get to that point. So that's off one screw. Set that over here. Then underneath, it's all the way underneath, closer to the front side, right there. We'll take that one off. It's hard to hold this one-handed and unscrew it, but we'll do what we got with what we got. I believe there's one more. I just don't see it. Should have probably did a test of how this felt before, but yeah, there's probably a video up or two on it. Throw that screw over there. I believe there's one more, I just don't know where it is. No, I see it. So gotta pull the cable out of the way, and it's up in right here. So Almost got it. Now, should just pop apart. Wiggle, wiggle. Pop that top part off. Here's where you'll need needle nose pliers. Alright, so something I should have did before. You can yank this down and then it loosens the whole control unit, which makes it easier. So then you can spin the throttle down. The cable will pop out, obviously, because you pop this down. And then you'll pull it right out of the tube, and the tube slides right off. It's a brand new bike, so it's greased up really well, so I shouldn't have to grease this tube. But there's a difference. That's a big difference. It's hard to tell because that one's black. Doesn't pick up on the camera, but it's like a 1/4 inch difference. And then throw this one right in there. Oh, shit. Idiot. That's gotta go. Make sure you put it back in the actual tubing. The lower half of the housing, because it goes through there. So it goes up through there like that. Alright, once it's centered, like I just wiggled that, it was easier to do with just my hand than it was the actual pliers, but once it's centered and the line falls in the cable line falls in the center slot, it's pretty much just getting your cables back in, spinning the throttle back the other way. And then when we spin it back the other way, do the same thing. Take the cable that's not taut. Alright, so I did that with a camera in my hand, so it is pretty simple. And then you want to straighten that line up a little, just to be safe. This is all loose still because I don't have the cables or anything in it. Alright. Double check, make sure all the cables are right. Okay, then squeeze it together. Then I'm gonna start the bolt, but the first bolt that goes in is the one way up in there. Alright, so I got that bolt in. I know, but you just pull this first cable out of the way, tighten it, and then put the other two screws in, which the next one goes on the front one. It's right here. And I'm doing this all mostly one-handed. I'm setting down the camera for the stuff like that you have to use two hands, but shows you how easy this is, and everyone recommends it as a mod on this bike. So I'll tell you right now, the play that it used to have, and then this cap goes on. Alright, so the cables, because the throttle is tighter now, like there's no slack. The cables, because they're not loose, you have to pull both the cables this way a little to get this cover to fit over the housings of it correctly. And then the last thing is throw your barn end back on. Now time to adjust that. So I adjusted this. This is loose right now, so I can spin it. And it's where you want it. If you go too far one way, it'll start to idle itself. Stick, so you don't want it to stick. And then you want to tighten that down. It's an 8mm and a 10mm open end. Oh, that's so much better. Didn't even pull it out of the whole garage all the way. Throttle's instant. There's no... It's raining, by the way. And yes, I do shoot my grass out into the road sometimes. So, the throttle is instant. Instead of stock, it would be like right there. Be like a quarter fucking turn. That is awesome. This is not my bike either. It's my old lady's. So we'll see when it's nice out again, if she likes it or not. I just hope I adjusted that throttle cable good enough to where it doesn't stick, because she'll lose her mind on me if it does. But it's a quick install. The video wasn't that great. I know I gotta get better at it. I'm having a lot of issues with things. I'm having issues with the quality of me videoing. I had an issue of the format I was rendering and then uploading my videos, I guess you'd say, or the file. How I was rendering it into the file, it was causing it to be too big, and YouTube was pretty much making it so I could not upload. It would like get 90% of the way done, and then all my videos would be voided. It would like pretty much say it couldn't be finished, and the only thing I could do that it would allow me to do is delete the part I uploaded, and most of them would take like 5+ hours, which is way too long. Recommend keeping this just in case. Always keep your stock parts. You never know. There's a lot of people that don't, but if something bad happens and you need it, it's cheaper than buying all new shit. Like if you ever went down and needed new handlebars and it fucked all this up, at least you already have the $30 throttle tube. Save you money in the long run. Yeah. I believe we have a grill guard and axle front and back sliders, because when she did drop, I noticed this is the first point of touching. It barely did any damage, but at least it'd get stuff away from the brake and shit. That's not getting fixed because there's no point. In case she drops it again, I can break that one completely off and then we'll get a new one. The other damage is right here, but minor. She'll get an aftermarket exhaust at some point. Other than that, the next mods for my bike hopefully are this winter. I don't know. It's hard when you ride a lot, so I spend a lot of money on tires and maintenance and oil and chains and sprockets and stuff. But I would like to put a stunt cage and start stunt riding. Get rid of this. But we'll see. See you in the next one.